There comes a moment, quiet, unremarkable, easy to miss, when you notice that something inside you has gone dim. Not dramatically, not all at once, more like a light slowly being turned down in a room you're still sitting in. The things that used to feel charged with meaning, the work, the goals, the version of your life you were building toward are still there. But the life force that used to move through them, the spark that made you want to reach for them, has quietly started to fade. And the question that rises in that dimness is almost always the same one. What is wrong with me? But maybe that's the wrong question. Maybe what's actually happening deserves something gentler. Not diagnosis, but recognition. Something inside you is changing. Something is asking to be honored, not fixed. Here's what actually happens, the unfiltered version. We spiral. We compare ourselves to who we were a year ago, 5 years ago. We wonder if we're depressed or lazy, or if the part of us that wants things has simply stopped working. We watch other people thriving in the exact space we just left and feel some tangled mix of relief and shame. The grief isn't only for the thing, it's for the person who wanted it so badly. Underneath that is something more tender, the fear that you were wrong all along, that you wasted years, that you can't be trusted even by yourself to know what you want. We treat the unlonging like a character flaw. It's not. It's a signal. Outgrowing a dream is genuinely painful, even when it's right. It doesn't feel like growth in the moment, it feels like loss. So let it be that. Let yourself feel the confusion, the quiet embarrassment of no longer recognizing your own desires. That's not weakness. That's the beginning of something real. We've absorbed a story so deeply we never question it. That a good life is a consistent one. Find your thing, your calling, your purpose, and do it forever with increasing certainty and decreasing doubt. Pick a lane, stay in it, know who you are. We were handed a static idea of identity and told to live a dynamic, ever-changing life inside it. So when we shed something, when the lane no longer fits the person driving, we assume it's our fault. You were never meant to want the same things forever. That was never the deal. That was just a story someone else wrote. A lot of us are waking up inside that story right now, blinking, realizing, I don't think I wrote this. I don't think this was ever mine. You are not losing your mind. You are losing a frequency, and so is the world. We don't talk about this enough, but quietly millions of people are sitting with the same disorientation. The things they built their lives around no longer hold the same charge. And because no one names it out loud, everyone privately concludes something is wrong with them specifically. Nothing is wrong with you. Something is happening to all of us. In astrology, Pluto is the planet of death, rebirth, and total transformation. Wherever it moves, the old structure doesn't get reformed, it gets dissolved. And in November 2024, Pluto settled into Aquarius for good, beginning a transit that will last nearly 20 years. The last time this happened was the late 1700s, an era that gave us revolutions, the discovery of a new planet, and the rewriting of entire systems of power. Pluto in Aquarius isn't subtle. It's fundamentally about the dismantling of identity, the masks, roles, and systems we've worn so long, we forgot they were masks. It doesn't whisper, it strips to the bone. And the Earth herself isn't static either. The Schumann resonance, the electromagnetic heartbeat of the planet, has been spiking in ways researchers and sensitives alike are watching closely. She is not the frequency she was a decade ago. We, being made of her, aren't either. The Earth is upgrading. Upgrades require clearing cache. You are the cache. What you're feeling isn't pathology. It's participation in one of the most significant collective shifts in human history. You are being asked to change at a cellular level, even on the days it just feels like falling apart. The soul has its own timing. It knows when to release something long before the mind catches up. Your disinterest in the old thing may simply mean that chapter is already complete, and the energy that used to pour into it is being redirected somewhere that hasn't revealed itself yet. This is the hardest part of any real transition. The old thing ends before the new thing arrives. The space between can feel like emptiness, like depression, like failure. But the gap is not nothing. The gap is the most fertile ground there is. What comes after isn't louder or more impressive. It's often smaller, stranger, more specific. A flicker of curiosity, a pull you feel before you have words for it. Less about performance, more about resonance. Less about who you want people to see, more about what you can no longer pretend not to feel. You are allowed to have changed, to have loved something completely, given it everything, and then felt that love quietly become release. That is not failure, that is completion. You are allowed to not know what's next, to sit in the in-between without performing an enthusiasm you don't feel. The world will pressure you to want things on schedule. You don't have to. You are in the middle of something enormous, something collective. And the fact that you can feel it means you are paying attention exactly as this moment requires. You are not losing yourself. You are losing the self that was always temporary. The one built for a world that is right now becoming something it has never been before. What is underneath all the wanting and achieving and becoming? That's the question only you can answer. And maybe that's the whole point. Not arriving somewhere new, but finally meeting who's been here all along.